Vertigo can be a debilitating condition that affects your daily life, making even the simplest tasks seem like a daunting challenge. While seeking medical attention is always advisable, did you know that there are several effective home remedies for vertigo you can try? The best part, these remedies are nurse approved, meaning you can trust their effectiveness and safety. In today's video, we'll discuss a couple of nurse-approved vertigo home remedies. We already have a couple of videos on vertigo up on the channel. If you are interested in checking those out, click on the playlist on your screen now. We will also be adding a link to the playlist at the end of the video as well. Before we get started, please do us a huge favor. Like this video and consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. And hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever we post something new. Your Wellness Journal is run by nurses, and we aim to provide informative health videos from the perspective of medical professionals who have been trained to care for you. Now, let's get on and talk about some nurse-approved vertigo home remedies. Before we talk about home remedies for vertigo, it's super important to remember that seeing a doctor should always be your first step. Think of home remedies as a helpful sidekick to your medical care, not a replacement for it. If your doctor has prescribed any medications or treatments for your vertigo, keep taking them as directed. Don't stop or change anything without checking with your doctor first, as this could make your vertigo worse or cause other problems. That being said, let's start with our first nurse-recommended vertigo home remedy. You'd probably be surprised by how simple it is, yet it's backed by a lot of science, and it's stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is one of the most important things you can do to help manage your vertigo symptoms at home. I always emphasize the importance of drinking enough water throughout the day to my patients, as dehydration can actually worsen vertigo and make you feel even more dizzy and lightheaded. A study published in 2022 investigated the link between water intake and vestibular disorders, which are a common cause of vertigo. Researchers found that participants with vestibular disorders drank far less than the recommended daily amount of water. This suggests that not drinking enough water could be a risk factor for developing certain vestibular disorders that lead to vertigo. So, how much water should you be aiming for each day? A good rule of thumb is to drink at least half your body weight in ounces. For example, if you weigh 150 pounds, try to drink at least 75 ounces of water daily. Of course, you may need more if you're exercising in a hot climate or losing fluids due to fever or diarrhea. I know drinking that much water can seem daunting at first. Try carrying a reusable water bottle with you and sip on it regularly throughout the day. You can also get extra hydration from certain foods like cucumbers, watermelons, and soups. Staying on top of your fluid intake is one of the simplest and most effective ways to keep vertigo at bay. As always, if you have questions, comment it down below and we'll answer it for you. The next nurse-recommended home remedy is ginger. Ginger has been used for centuries to alleviate various ailments, including dizziness and nausea associated with vertigo. It's a safe and effective option that you can easily incorporate into your daily routine. Several studies have shown ginger's potential in managing vertigo symptoms. A 1986 study that looked into the vertigo-reducing effect of ginger root found that ginger root significantly reduced vertigo compared to a placebo. The study suggests that ginger may work by interrupting the feedback between the stomach and the nausea center of the brain. Other studies have also found that ginger reduces the severity of seasickness by suppressing symptoms like vomiting, cold sweating, nausea, and you guessed it, vertigo. To use ginger for vertigo relief, you can try brewing a soothing ginger tea. Simply grate some fresh ginger root and steep it in hot water for a few minutes. Add a touch of honey or lemon to taste. Aim to drink 1 to 2 cups of ginger tea daily for the best results. You can also take ginger supplements, but you have to be sure to consult with your healthcare provider first to ensure it's safe for you. It is important to remember that while ginger is generally safe, it can interact with certain medications like blood thinners. Always check with your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen. Remember, if your vertigo persists or becomes severe, it's essential to seek medical attention. The next home remedy on the list is vitamin D. Recent studies have shown a link between low vitamin D levels and an increased risk of benign paroxysmal positional vertigo or BPPV, which is the most common cause of vertigo. This works because vitamin D aids in the absorption of calcium, reducing the calcium levels of the inner ear fluid, making it easier to dissolve any dislodged crystals, thus making vertigo symptoms go away faster. If you're experiencing vertigo, I recommend getting your vitamin D levels checked. If they're low, your doctor may suggest supplements. Aim for a daily intake of 600 to 800 IU of vitamin D through supplements and foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. If you want a more in-depth look at how vitamin D works for vertigo, check out the link to our video on your screen now. In addition to the 3 home remedies we mentioned, you can also benefit from managing your stress levels. Anxiety and stress are common triggers for vertigo. Having coping strategies to navigate stressful situations may decrease vertigo episodes. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and apps for stress reduction are a good starting point. If those are insufficient, consider talking to a mental health professional about additional coping techniques. Some of my patients have also benefited from doing yoga. Certain simple yoga poses like child's pose and corpse pose may help when you're feeling dizzy. The combination of poses and deep, regular breathing can calm the body and mind. By reducing anxiety, yoga could prevent vertigo attacks in some people. But be sure to avoid any sudden bending forward, as that can also trigger vertigo. While these symptoms can often relieve vertigo, see a doctor if your vertigo is severe, prolonged, or accompanied by other symptoms like hearing loss, headache, and neurological issues. Medical treatment may be needed to address the underlying cause. Always check with your healthcare provider before taking any supplements. We'd love to hear from you. Is there a vertigo home remedy you swear by that we did not discuss? If so, let us know in the comment section below. We value your input, and it will be a great place for the Wellness Journal community to learn from. If you haven't watched it yet, check out our other videos on vertigo. I've linked the playlist on your screens now. We are your Wellness Journal. Have a healthy day.